Patrick here, and today I'm going to show you guys what I ordered on my first Temu order. It arrived in 10 days from the day of order to when it arrived at my doorstep. So very efficient service from Temu and couriers that are involved with them. So yeah, I didn't make a huge order, but I'm just going to go through the stuff that I ordered here, and we'll start off with these strike indicators. These are 23 by 28 millimeter strike indicators, 23 millimeters wide by 28 millimeters long. Yeah, they've got this. It's a hard foam type strike indicator, and it's got this grommet here with a center hole. So you can either run it as a sliding strike indicator, or you can take this out here and put your line in like that. You can put your line in like that, and then you can push it down, and now it's a depth. Now you've got a strike indicator for depth control. So there are two ways you can use this strike indicator. The diagram on Temu shows that you can actually take from the grommet, you can actually loop up a whole lot of line, and then you've still got the line going through the center of the grommet, but it's being looped up. Let me just demonstrate. It's looped up like that. So imagine you've got the line going through the grommet there, and then what's supposed to happen is that you're supposed to release it, and then you've got a sliding float. The only problem with that is that I found is that the line always falls out of the slit here. So yeah, you're going to be minus just be aware of that. Rather put it in the just demonstrate this. Rather put it in like that, and then do that with it. And that's a better option in my opinion if you want some depth control with your strike indicator. We'll be using these for conventional tackle with bait mainly, but I also use them on my heavy fly rods for some heavy nymphing. This pack of 12 cost 37 Rand. Cost me 37 Rand at the time. Okay, then we've got some other strike indicators here. I bought 2 packets of 10 of 17 mil strike indicators. They're very similar to airlock design. They come in white, purple and orange. I chose orange as a color. Let's just see here. Just going to show you guys here. So here's the washer. Here's the slot you put your leader or tippet through. And then they've got a little plastic nut here. Just one thing to be aware of, the nut to thread fit is very tight, and it takes a bit of fidgeting to it takes a bit of a fidgeting to get it on, but you eventually get it on, and I have tested it on tippet. These things hold quite well. Yeah, just a pity about the tight fit and a nut onto the thread. If it was just a bit more proper fitting, it wouldn't have that hassle of that very tight fit. Anyways, I'm not complaining. So yeah, So yeah, a packet of 10 cost me 59 Rand at the time I bought this. Okay. Here. Alright, then we're going to move on to some fly tying material. I bought this stuff here. As you can see on the sticker, it says fly tying graft fur. I think that is actually, that looks like a spelling mistake there. I think what should do there is fly tying craft fur. This is basically craft fur. So it cost me 31 Rand for 3 patches. There they are. And I got a comb with them as well. But I don't think I'll be using this particular comb to comb out any dubbing or anything else. I've got 2 kiddies toothbrushes that I use to brush out my dubbing and my hairs, like black tail and all that stuff. As you can see, it's very crafts furish. It's got a brown color base. I'll show you with black with the black bars, and then it's got these little strips of white and black board strips, or black and white board strips. Yes. In between, to just show you the on the patch, you can see the brown and then the little oddly placed. But I like the color combination, that's why I bought it. So yeah, just putting this back here. Okay, as I said, the 3 packets plus the comb were 31 Rand the time I bought it. Alright, oh yes, just to make you also aware, this is on Temu's website. This is called Vibrant Fly Tying Fiber. It's not under this name that they've got on the sticker here. Yeah. Alright, okay, next we've got 2 packets of yellow synthetic fiber. This is like a fiber with a slight crinkle to it. Looks very similar to EP fiber. Anyway, they call it Vibrant Fly Tying Slinky Fiber. Interesting names that the Chinese, that these online shops give these fly tying names, the names that they give. But anyway, this was 42 Rand for these 2 packets at the time I bought it. Anyway, I'll be tying some clouses or streamers. I'll see what I do, what I'm going to do towards the time. But basically, the guys at on the Vaal River are using these poppers with the so-called pumpkin lures in yellow, and I seem to have a lot of success with them. So yeah, I'm going to try them in yellow. I have caught catfish in the Eastern Cape at Darlington Dam with yellow and black, yellow and red, and yellow and orange streamers and clouses in various different sizes. I had success with them there in Darlington Dam, as well as on the lower orange. I haven't had much success here, so I'm thinking if I just go total yellow, then I'm going to try that. Alright. What we got next? Okay, I also bought salmon hooks in size 8, 12, 4 and 2. These specific salmon hooks I bought, they are in packets of 30. They cost 37 Rand, although I've recently seen on Temu the very same hooks for packs of 50 for 58 Rand. So yeah, this is what the hooks look like. This is a number 2, just to demonstrate. You can see it's just got a normal closed eye. It does not have the return. Now I specifically ordered these hooks without a return on purpose, because what I want to do is I want to revisit a concept that I did a few years ago of putting a bead in front of a salmon fly. Yeah, it's and the beaded salmon flies, if you can call them, I tied them in a caboose or a rusty rat style, and that means that you tying your wing first, and then you tie the hackle over the head of where you tied the wing on, in such a way you can make it quite a neat fly and finish up against the bead. I'll be certainly making a few salmon flies and some herrings as well. Temu does actually sell salmon hooks with returns on them. I can't remember the price. I think they're a little bit more expensive. Then they've got salmon hooks with a slanted return. Those are quite expensive. The last time I saw, sorry, those were about 58 Rand for 5, I think, in size 2.0. So just to, yeah. So yeah, and the other salmon hooks that I was referring to, the return, they've got a blunt return, so yeah, they're a little bit more expensive than these ones. Alright, so that other way, yeah, that was 37 Rand per 30. Yeah. Okay. Alright, the next thing I ordered were these 5mm leader / tippet rings. The reason I bought them was for space, not strength. These are £150. The 3mm rings, tippet rings that are currently on my catfish setup, fly fishing setup, they are rated, I think, somewhere at 40 or 50 pounds. So the rod's going to break before the tippet ring breaks, basically. But the thing is, when you're dealing with 25 pound, 30 pound maximum ultra green, Maxima ultra green nylon, and you've got like 20, 50 pound tip coming off of that, it becomes a bit of a squeeze for space on the 3mm tippet rings. So I bought these 5mm tippet rings just for the amount of space they've got. This was 80 Rand for 100. Yeah. Okay. And then I got myself 2 fly boxes. These, if you had to fill every single space here that you see here, put the fly in every single notch in in this in this fly box, it will amount to about to 104 flies. Although I never fill them to their full capacity. You've always got hair wings and soft tackles, and the other thing is what I don't like is I don't like to have them so close, my flies so close together. So I normally take them every second slot, just for the ease of being able to take your fly out. Anyways, I got two of them. I did buy two of these earlier in the year from a local supplier, but I thought while I was just on the, I was ordering some other stuff, I might as well have ordered these. Yeah, but they seem very good quality for what they are. Those were 42 Rand each, yeah, at the time of buying. Let's see here. Then I'm also into the light spinning tackle. I also do a bit of that. On the light spinning tackle scene, and I bought these Colorado style spinning blades, packet of 50. This is in gold color. They also sell them in silver color. I think they're three sizes. I can't remember the other sizes. So this is the smallest size. So these are so 11 millimeters wide by 15 millimeters long. Yeah. I'm going to see if maybe if they've got a bit smaller than this in the future. We'll see. But yeah, this will do for me for my about what 2 gram to 7 gram jig heads, woolly worm type buggers and all of that sort of thing. And then what I typically do is I've got the jig head, and then I put on a woolly bugger body, and then I've got this at the back. So yeah, certainly haven't heard any complaints of the quality. They look good quality. I don't see any scratches or scuffing or any coating or whatever coming off of these so far. But anyway, that's that. So that is, yeah, that was my order, and I think I'm very happy with the quality of this craft fur, as well as this what looks like a copy of EP fiber. But anyways, and the hooks. Well, let's talk about the quality of the hooks. I'm not sure how these hooks would compare to, let's say, a mustard or a partridge hook. I have to fish with them first to evaluate that. I do have size 6, 7 flies that I tied on size 6, 7 size, mustard 7 size 6 mustard 7 fly hooks. I've tied a whole lot of 7 flies on, some with turkey, some with turkey tail, some are herrings. You can see there, bucktail. Use a whole lot of materials there. There's some pine squirrel there as well. But yeah, these are size 6s. These are basically mustard and partridge hooks. So I've caught a couple of fish with them. So it will be interesting to see how these compare. But from what I see here, they're reasonably good quality. I have used similar salmon hooks before. In fact, in the mid-90s, we used to buy these hooks in bulk from Chinese suppliers, and I used to buy like a whole lot of bait hooks in bulk and a whole lot of salmon fly hooks. I think they were called some other bait hook. The Chinese just call them some other bait hook. But I have used these Chinese-made salmon hooks without the return before, and I've had happy results with them. And these look certainly very good quality. Yeah, so as I said, I'm very happy with Temu and their service, and I'll certainly order from them again. I like to buy stuff from Temu in bulk. If you want to buy in bulk, then that is certainly the way to go. There's a material called hair feather extensions. I mean, that's like what, 40 centimeters long. That's a lot of flies you can tie from for a 40 centimeter piece of synthetic fiber. But anyway, I'll certainly be ordering again, and as I said, I'm very happy with the service. Unlike uh, some other online suppliers, Temu delivered what I ordered, so I'm very happy with that. Okay guys, until the next time.